Hi, this is RJ Gottlieb. We had a special day out at Willow Springs International Raceway with Big Red, and it was a lot of fun. It was taking the crew out to Willow for a ride where I drove them around the track and also gave them a chance to drive the car themselves. It was a lot of fun, and it was something that was probably overdue. As the driver, you know, I get to drive Big Red all the time, and it's a lot of fun and it's very exciting. But one thing that I have to appreciate is that I have crew members that have been working on the car for decades, and most of them have never driven the car, maybe even for a short distance in the pits, but never really the feeling that you get when you get to open up the car all the way out on a track. So we took the car to Willow Springs, and a day where we had a chance to rent the track and had it on our own. And we set up the car with a passenger seat as it was built originally to do the La Carrera Classic and to do the Silver State. You know, the car was originally set up to have a passenger, and it was a lot of fun to take them around. I think they were surprised at how fast the car goes and what the car feels like actually on the track. And we also gave them a chance to drive a couple laps themselves, and you know, that gets into how much they want to push the car. I think they're all afraid to go off the track or crash it, so I don't know how much they were going, but they did go fast, and so they got the feeling of what the car is like. And it was just a great experience. It was something that I think changed the way they view the car, and I think they had an absolute blast. So it was really a great time. Historically, I've always been the driver of the car. Going back to the very beginning, Bill Osborne, who built the car, actually drove half of one of the La Carrera Classic races with me, and he actually drove the hilly part, and I drove a lot of the straightaway parts. And that was something that was just a decision that was made because at the time I was 17 and a new driver, and we thought it'd be a good idea that Bill Osborne, who built the car and was knowledgeable about driving, that he would do part of that race. He actually spun the car out and crashed the car. It wasn't badly damaged, and we continued driving. But that was the only race where another person actually drove Big Red. And since that time, I've been the only driver. And at the same time, I've had Dave Ward and Mark Ewing and Tim Fleener. These guys have worked on the car for decades, and so this was their chance to get in the car and take her around Willow.
My name's Dave Ward, and I'm basically the crew chief of Big Red.
Dave Ward originally worked for Bill Osborne at Inland Chassis Design, and he was a welder.
I went to work for Bill Osborne, who originally built Big Red, the week after we finished, and they ran the first La Carrera race with it.
When we went off and we weren't working with Bill as much, Dave Ward came on the crew and has sort of been with us ever since. There was a couple of times that he did drive the car at low speeds, but not like the chance what we gave him at Willow. So Dave went on a ride along and also drove the car. He was, wow, that the car is faster than they thought, that, it's a real handful. The car, it handles well, but it has so much power, you can break the tires loose anywhere on the track. And so I just think, kind of what the car is known for, people are like, reaffirm, like, yeah, it's a beast.
All right, Dave. Here's your chance. After being the head guy on the team, our crew chief, is now getting into the driver's seat and has his chance at driving the legendary Big Red.
Had a great IndyCar.
You liked it?
So what do you think, Dave? So Dave, good? What do you think? Good. Got a lot of power, huh?
A lot of power. It take a while to get used to that.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
It's nice having your own control of the car. But it just shows my age and how fast it really goes. 20 years ago, I would have probably been handed down the ground, and now I'm a little more cautious.
Well, I think that's what comes with it, right? You got to celebrate all you've accomplished, right? You're not going to give it all up now, right? When you're 18, you haven't really accomplished anything.
We don't know what you have to lose either.
It's easy to
Whatever.
give up.
Go fast.
It was a really big day for the team. It was a great day. I'm really glad we did it. So like, subscribe, and follow us.